bit. I'm still waiting for everything to set up on my end right now. See if I can actually see my stream. Okay. I'm getting some sort of signal. Okay, here we go. That's good. So we are good. Yep, let me readjust my volume real quick. I think the last time the audio was way too loud for compared to my voice. That's good. Anyway, today I will be streaming animation as usual. It's a Thursday. Thursday is my animation live stream. I will be using Cinema 4D as usual, R19. I want to discuss a little bit of a bug that I found with R19 and in regards to Minecraft animation and modeling. I'm pretty sure it's a bug. I'll explain when I get into it. Just move everything aside so I can moderate while live streaming. I need an extra monitor, I swear. Alright. So we're in Cinema 4D now. So I discovered a bug recently, and it's been pissing me off. It's if y'all use the FMR rigs, which are my favorite, right? I think the FMR rigs are the best rigs out there that you can get for free. As you all know, I have my own version called FMR Animate. The bug that I found is in regards to extruding. So typically, what you would like to do is take this out, and then UL for loop selection, MT for extrude, and then extrude this by 2 centimeters. Example, right? Cool. And then you just move that back. But you see, it reverts back to normal. And this is because there's a glitch with the pose morph, I believe. And if you know anything about rigging, this rig doesn't actually use weights. And weights are usually what make the mesh bend according to the bones, right? What this rig uses is a MoGraph bend effector to make this bend. So there's a bend effector right there that's hidden, right? So weights aren't in play here. That being said, though, to get this 90-degree bend here, there has to be a pose morph. Otherwise, it would just go round, okay? But the pose morph requires the mesh to stay the same. And what happens is, because the mesh tries to stay the same, when you do this extrude here, it just wants to snap back to normal, like so. Now this never happened from R12 up to R18, or maybe not R12, R13, right? Because the last time they updated pose morph publicly was R12. They changed morph into pose morph. After that, pose morph has not been touched, so I have no idea why in R18 it would work, but in R19 it would just bug out. What's even stranger, the strangest part of all this, is if I select a multiple, right? So if I select all 4 of those, I extrude all of these, I hit enter once, listen to this, you can hear my keyboard, right? Once, twice, that happens. Now, no idea what's going on here. I mean, I'm talking to like multiple different people who know how to use Cinema 4D, and we have no idea what's going on here. This does not get reverted back by the pose morph. Again, no idea. Every polygon should be extruded by the extrude. It's not being extruded by the extrude. Don't know why. You could say, oh, well, you could just actually go in manually and individually move each polygon out. Yeah, I could do that. That would take a lot of time, but I will do that if I could, right? The reason I'm not doing that, watch. Here's the bend, right? Here's where his arm bends, roughly. Around those 5 pixels. I'm going to extrude those, I'm going to hit enter again, and it does that weird thing. Okay, so now that will stay. When I try bending the arm now, everything goes wrong. Everything goes wrong. That's not supposed to happen, right? That right there, that's like a lot of polygons and edges and points all intersecting with each other. That does not look good. We would never want that, right? So my solution for this was actually to have a completely separate installation of Cinema 4D. I'm using R19 right now. I have R18 installed because that's the version I used previously to R19. Fortunately, I didn't uninstall it, and so I was able to use R18 to do auto modeling. And then I export it as a lib4d and drag it in using my presets. This way I can model in R18 and animate in R19. It's a bit of a hassle, but it gets the job done, and it has to be done for this animation to work, right? Anyway, now that bug's out of the way, here's what I'm working on. It's still the same scene. It's still gonna be that prologue. I've spent, I think, 2 days on just set design. And set design is a really crucial part that many animators skip on. I mean, I come from a film background, so set design is really important. What I've done here is I've gotten some chairs. These chairs are from a Middle Ages preset pack that you can download online. I've modified them a little bit just to fit into my scene a bit more. I've got these cakes from Conquest, but I made them 3D by adding this plate out. So I basically selected all the meshes, all the polygons for the bread, and I pushed those in, and then I just kind of gave it a little texture to the plate. These are flower pots. In the Conquest resource pack, you can retexture the flower pots into water cups. Unfortunately, I'm not moving these out of the middle because they're on cubic interpolation. You won't. That means it's connected textures. Right. We have a plate here. These are actually stone pressure plates. I've pressed them into the floor a little bit. They float, but yeah, you can't really tell. These actually have a normal map on them, and so they look 3D when rendered. I'm not going to spend some time rendering here. Blood textures, just got blood off Google. These are just planes with an alpha texture and a diffuse texture, so it's color and alpha. These rigs are boneless rigs. I've basically just moved them into position and deleted all the bones. This saves a lot of RAM. I've modeled some pots and plates right here. It's just an iron texture on top of a model. So we've got, that's a pot right there, or like a bowl. Here's a plate because it's flatter. We've got spoons, forks over there, and I believe I've done knives as well. Let's see if I can find a knife anywhere here. I know there are knives somewhere, probably on the other table. Yeah, there you go. There's a knife right there, and I've also modeled a goblet right here. A lot more blood there, cakes flying on the floor, cool, more food. These things lying around. This shelf rather, is from, again, the Middle Ages pack that you can download online. I believe the person who made it is called the Jardu. All I've done is replace the texture of the shelf with a Conquest green wood texture. And the glass here used to be the default Minecraft glass, but I replaced it with the default Conquest glass. Cool. I've also made this shelf here, fallen over. This was nice. I doubt anyone would ever see this because it's all covered, but I've made all the stuff fall over as well. So, and of course the weapons. Yeah, weapons. And the elephant in the room here is this, which I will get to later. Basically, without anything moving here, just like a stationary scene, you can kind of guess what happened. The set design should tell the story, right? And if you walk into this set, you know what happened. You can tell that a battle has taken place here because there are dead people, there are people hanging from the ceiling, and, you know, the entire place is kind of in ruins. So you know something's happened here. I don't need to animate it to tell you what happens. Something has happened, right? Other than that, I've made this Herobrine stained glass here. If you can't tell what this is a reference to, it's a reference to Gods Don't Die by Dylan Gu. Over here, these chairs, these are actually in-game. In-game, these are just wooden slabs. So was this. Back there, that was a bed, I believe. That was half a bed. And on the back, it was just blue wool. And I've just modeled a little bit of the blue wool. If I click on this real quick, you can see I've simply taken the blue wool. There seems to be an endgon there. I might fix that real quick. Remove endgons. We've got blue wool, and I've done inner extrude, so that's MW, and this will allow you to do an inner extrude like that. I've pushed everything in by a little bit, and then I extruded the external part, so you get this rim, and I split it down the middle. I pushed this up, and you get this shape. Pretty cool for a throne. The textures, again, all from Conquest Resource Pack. These repeaters, torches in here, these are all built in Minecraft. These are supposed to represent candles and stuff. You can't really see them too clearly without them being rendered, but they're there. We've got some paintings laid out here. It's literally the same painting as the one you see up here. We made this character up on the spot because the location we're in is called Dire Shield, so someone had to build it. In the world of Levaslier, we call this guy Warlord Dire Shield. And I've pixelated, it's clearly a render from Cinema 4D. I've rendered it, I put it through Photoshop, I did a little bit of a color grade, and I pixelated it. And then when I threw it into Cinema, I put it through a layer map, and I put a noise, this sort of noise on it. It's a stupil noise with this sort of color gradient. I put that on multiply, and it gives us this aged painting sort of look. Cool. Elephant in the room here is this burning flag. Basically, what I had in mind is our main character, Arkosh, will be led through this door. He's just been arrested, so he'll be brought through this door on his knees, handcuffed by 2 guards. And as he walks in, this guy over here, our general, he will light this flag on fire. This is the flag of Hemorrhage City. These guys are from Sakrasara. These are they are the enemy nation, and they've just taken over this place. And they're just gonna burn the flag as a sign of disrespect. I'm gonna hide some of the mographs here just to not clutter the screen, really. Now what this is, in reality, is we've got a plane here with a cloth surface. This gives us the basic flag, right? This is why we have the 3D flag. It's a plane. The flag itself was drawn in Photoshop by hand. The design I got from Google somewhere. If you just search up Celtic Bear, you can find it. And then everything else is just a bunch of cubes modeled together. That's a cube right there for the blue wool, as in the banner kind of rolled up. We've got some rope textures, again, from Conquest. Wood textures, Conquest. Block at the end, all Conquest. Got a little bit of hook here, just did some modeling for that. The rope itself is a spline. I've done a spline and added a sweep from the, I forgot what you call these, the hypernerbs. After that, I made the flag a cloth surface, and I belted it onto the rolled up sheet here. And so these two, all these points here are belted. I believe that's 12 points belted. And so that gives us a little bit of cloth physics, so you can see it moves a little bit by itself. The fire is generated from Turbulence FD. I followed a very nice tutorial on Vimeo, talking about how to burn stuff. And what we get is basically the texture. This is all done using the Cinema 4D texture shader. And it gives us this burning texture on the flag. It burns away and reveals this ash. We're using the luminance map to generate that edge, you see, the orange edge on the flag. And Turbulence FD, which is the plugin I use to simulate fire. Turbulence FD can read luminance maps. And that's exactly what it does. It reads luminance maps and produces fire from the luminance. So only from that seam. That's pretty cool. So this is a very low res simulation right here. I'm using a 5 centimeter voxel size. If I set my FPS to 24, which is the actual render, render frame rate, and I switch to my secondary cache, this is a lot higher res. This is 2 centimeter voxel size. You can see everything looks a lot better. And this is Turbulence FD. Cool. I love watching this. I posted that this on Instagram the other day and also on Facebook, and people really seem to like the fluid simulations. I do too. I'm still pretty new to Turbulence FD. I love it though. I'm considering using a lot more visual effects stuff in the future. And I better reset this back to 12 FPS. That's my working FPS. If y'all watch my tutorials, I like working in 12 FPS because your viewport does lag, and it's better to watch stuff in half the frame rate so you get sort of real-time playback. Anyway, so since this guy needs to light it on fire, he needs something to light it with, and so I'm going to model a torch. I'm going to, first of all, create a new document and import some textures. When you use File Explorer, you won't be able to see this. I'm on my other screen right now. Let me actually switch to full screen mode. There we go. So I'll be browsing my textures on the other side, and I'll drag this in. I want to first show off my reference, which is a screenshot taken from in-game. So these here are my references. You can see the torches like this in, these are what they look like in Minecraft. Using the Conquest resource pack, again. Top view and bottom view. And so I'm going to try to recreate that. I'm just going to drag these to the other screen for now. If you can't tell, I am sick. I've been sick for the past week. It explains why I didn't live stream last week. My throat was just killing me. It's like someone took a bus and just shoved it right down my throat. We're looking for the textures, which are in my textures folder. Now, I'm really scared of bringing this across because I can't watch my spoilers. I tend to reveal a lot whenever I show stuff on screen. I don't think the torches are in here. That's Torch Elven. Yeah, that's not what we need. I'm just going to search for torches. Nope, that's the only torch here. That's fine. Oops, that's gone. I'll check my other folders. CTM for torch. It might actually be in the default path. Alright, you know what? Let me go here. Minecraft resource packs. Conquest assets. Minecraft. And textures. So, for anyone who doesn't know how to find their textures, that's how you do it. You gotta unrar or unzip your resource packs to open up all the assets inside. We're looking for blocks and torch. There we go. Right, the problem here is that the torch is an animated texture. Goes like that. Cool. That's good to know. I'm simply going to... That's actually a very good point, because it would be weird if the torch didn't move. I'm going to think about how I'm going to do this. I could do another turbulence FD simulation on the torch. I'm not thinking of doing that, because that feels like a really time-consuming idea. This is a lot cleaner texture. I like this. Yep, I think I'll just use one of these. The problem here is that it's not animated. You know what? Might as well do a turbulence FD simulation. Why not? I'll bring this into Photoshop real quick so I can isolate one of the textures. That's in... If I can bring that up, thank you. We will not be using my thumbnail. We will be using that there. Hit C for crop. And we're just going to crop one of these out. Whoops. Well, that's really weird because each of these is supposed to be 32 pixels. It's supposed to be a 32 by 32. That don't look right. There we go. That's close enough. Cool. That's a single torch. I'm going to remove all the fire from here real quick. Not with a circular selection. That's not right. It's gonna draw rectangles here, here, here. Undo that. Do this. Do that. Do it here. And some of you might think that I'm pretty quick at this. It's just been because I've been doing it for so long. Practice makes perfect. I'm still not perfect. I'm still practicing. Going to export this as a PNG. I have a shortcut for export as PNG because it's the option that I use most. We're going to put this into Levaslier, textures, and torch. Torch off. Cool. This will allow us to bring that into Cinema. So we go back to D drive, Levaslier, textures, torch off. We'll drag this in. Nope. Sampling none. Copy shader. And paste it in the alpha channel just to get transparencies. Where's paste? There it is. Cool. How big is a torch in Minecraft? I believe it's 2 by 2 pixels. And that's 6.25 times 2, so it's 12.5. That's 12.5 here, 12.5 here. How many blocks up is it? It is... I don't remember. Let's see. Hold on. Minecraft torch. And so a Minecraft torch is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. That's 6.25 times 10, 62.5. Cool. Apply this texture on. Some problems with the UV mapping here. I'm just gonna have to scale this up a little. I learned a new trick yesterday. If you can use this texture option here to rescale your UVs, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna try that right now. I haven't used it too much. See if I can set my mapping to cubic real quick. There we go. Cool. So what I should be able to do is rescale my textures to fit just by doing this. Previously, I would use the numbers. I mean, this kind of works. There we go. So that fits, but I don't think... Nah, it's not a square. There's something going wrong there. There. Alright. That's... Yeah, those are squares. Cool. Right? Hold on. I'm not too sure if those are squares now. They look like rectangles from certain angles. No, those aren't squares because there's an extra line there. Cool. Doesn't seem to like to shrink. I might set this to... There's 33, 33, 36 down there in the number scaling. Might set this all to 36 real quick. No, that didn't do it. Okay, anyway. I'm just going to undo all that because I don't know what that was. I'm going to use my conventional method of texturing and just use these numbers. I believe these would be 2020. Not quite. We'll get length v100 maybe. Or I could just UV map this. Might just UV map this. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's launch BP UV edit. We'll kind of set the texture using... Oh god, it's getting hot here. Texture torch off. Make the edit object editable. Actually, let me subdivide this first. 12.5, that's 2. This is 10, this is 2. Yep, cool. We'll turn on lines so we can see the grid. Good. Make the object editable by hitting C. Polygon selection mode. So Command A to select all. Textures. And... Ooh, what's going on? The projection has to be on UVM. Cool. Let's load the texture up. We are using torch off. I'm going to use the T for scale and just rescale that. Oh no, I'm gonna have to hold this down and do non-uniform scale. They're obviously in rectangles. We don't want rectangles. Looks close enough to me. Use E for move, and we'll just move this into place. And the problem with this is that the texture is... It's an unusual shape. I'm actually quite better off remodeling it before retexturing it. Instead of doing... This is the typical Minecraft torch shape, right? What I've just done. But this is not a typical Minecraft torch shape. I might completely reset this. Yeah, I might start from modeling. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll change from startup mode, delete that. I'm going to grab a plane for reference. Just drop that on. What's going on here? Cool. We'll just throw that in the back somewhere. Cool. Again, we'll remodel this to 12.5, 62.5, and 12.5. Subdivide to 2, 10, 2. And because we're using a 32 by 32 texture pack, we further subdivide this to 424. No, there seems to be 6 there, so it's... I'm just counting all these blocks, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so it's 18 up. That's confirmed. It's 6 across on the bottom. But it's 4 in the middle, so I'm just going to leave it at 4. You see, those look stretched to me. Yeah, it's 4, 420. Cool. I'll leave it at that for now, because these are squares. I'm going to C to make this editable. We'll select the bottom 2 layers and make this extrude out with loop selection. 1, 2, MT for extrude, and we'll extrude this by 3.125. That's half a pixel, which will give us exactly that. Cool. We're going to go how many pixels up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pixels up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so it's on that level. And it's time to load up a reference here because I don't know what it looks like. Just go into our Minecraft screenshots folder. Can't really see that here. There doesn't seem to be an extrusion down the middle, but there's these 2 dots sticking out, so I'm not sure what they are. Oh, could they be up here? Is that what they are? No, that doesn't make sense. That's odd. Okay, so nothing sticks out there. That bridges up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. And what happens on the 12th? It expands out by 1 pixel, I believe. Yeah, looks like it. Cool. We'll expand up out by 1 pixel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right here. I'm going to expand this with an 89-degree angle so we don't get the corners. Why is that important? Because I need the corners to stick out individually. I'm going to select this, 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 and this. I'm going to smack delete to save some polygons. This, 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 and this. MT for extrude 3.125. We're going to go in there, save some polygons again. Polygons take up RAM. We don't want to use up RAM. Delete. In there, delete. Oops, gone too far in there. Delete, and here, delete. That was my Facebook. Don't bother checking. Cool. Let's optimize everything real quick. Command A, U, O. Cool. Let's optimize. This will mean that all these polys stick together and they don't fray out by themselves. Hold up. There. Cool. Next step is to, where is my photo? Photo. Seems like these corner bits stick out. Let's do that. That's this corner and that corner. Yes? Cool. It's just those two corners. I'll leave that on my other screen. So we'll select 9, please. Thank you. This, that. There. MT 3.125, enter. Cool. And that's extruded. How many blocks, how many pixels rather, does that go up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. That's easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm considering doing some big poly reduction here because I see that it goes across the middle, or something goes across the middle there. Oh, that's just the texture. Okay. Because if nothing goes across the middle, I can extrude everything up as is. Nah, there is something going across the middle right there. There and there. Goes across twice. Okay, never mind. We have to hit 3.125 5 times. So it's 1, 2, whoops, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 pixels. But is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Cool. The corners here seem to have 5 pixels as well. Right there. Yep. Getting those on. They're like in the quarter of a pixel. Like they're stuck into a quarter of a pixel. Which is curious. I've never seen that before. To be fair, I've never analyzed a torch this closely before either. I'm just going to shave off these top 2 pixels because I know they're not needed. Loop selection this. Whoops. 1, 2. Delete. Select all. Modeling mode will set the quantize settings to 3.125 divided by 2. This gives me finer control. And move these down exactly 1 pixel. Again, optimize UO. This means this will stick on. Let me actually add these edges on first. Here, here. So I'm just going to extrude these 2 sides so they smash into each other. And then I'll delete the polygons in the middle to save polys. And then I'll do an optimize to fit everything in together. I believe there's also one down here, but I'm not too sure. I can't tell whether that line is in or not. I should have Minecraft open. Whoops, you've just seen my entire city. Again, I'm not very good at keeping spoilers. That looks like it's flat in. No, it's like half a pixel out. Okay, it's half a pixel out. That's good to keep in mind. You know what? That's really interesting. I've never noticed that. Cool. Since it is half a pixel out, I could actually extrude it by half a pixel. Honestly. Okay, you know what? Change of plans. I'm going to extrude these ones instead. This may not be the optimal way to do it, but it's like the stuff that I come up with on an instant. I'm going to extrude this by 3.125 and again. And I'm going to delete all the ones on the inside. So that's loop selection here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Did I do it for the bottom as well? I did. Cool. And so this opens up some pixels on the back, which is fine. We can just use bridge to fix this. So we'll switch into edge mode, and bridge is not there. Mesh, create tools, bridge. There it is. And this will allow us to stitch these holes up together just by dragging the pixels. If you've done any of the old methods of modeling, you know a lot about bridging and how annoying they are in making Minecraft models because every edge is jagged. Fortunately, if you find it difficult to make your own custom models, like custom items in Minecraft, I've just made a video on that recently. A lot faster way, no bridging needed. I've done it in like 5 minutes. I made a sword in 5 minutes. Come on, that's really simple. Finish all this bridging. And basically, because we've used this to push these 2 pixels out, we can actually push these in, and it won't affect the sides. And this way we can push this in by half a pixel exactly, which is what we need. But I'll do that later. Let me finish all the bridging first. If you're wondering how I'm changing between my modes, like my modeling modes, without pressing the buttons with my mouse, I've set a shortcut for model mode up here, points mode, edges mode, and polygon mode, and all I've done is used ASDF. Simple as that. All the other shortcuts come with memory, right? Depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a lot of Minecraft animations, really you don't need to know many shortcuts. I do a lot of VFX stuff, and so modeling, I don't just model Minecraft stuff. And so MW for me is a very useful one. MW is extrude inner. You're not really going to use this in Minecraft animations much. Minecraft animations, all you need to know really. UL for loop selection, MT for extrude. That's the gist of everything. If you're fancy like me, I mean, I care about polygon optimization. So UO, UR for reverse normals. Some of you guys don't even know what normals are, and I suggest if you don't know what normals are, you really need to educate yourself on Minecraft animations. I've recently updated our website as well because I read what's this guy's name? I read a book on branding because I care about Team WJ, I care about Levaslier, and I want to make this something that I can do in the future, right? And so a big tip I got from branding is to talk about your pagans or non-believers, basically the stuff that you don't want to be. And I'm seeing, I've recently been introduced to a lot of bad animation on YouTube. A lot of bad Minecraft animation. And so I had to explicitly state on my website that I know how to animate. I've studied animation, by myself at least. And I've jumped into classes, right? Because I'm in film school, I jump into animation classes every now and then. And I actually put effort into my animation. A lot of these Monster School, I think it's called, or Monster Life, something along the lines of those. Those animations are absolutely terrible. They're made by people who don't know how to animate and not using any sort of proper animation software. Look, Minimator is good enough if you're just trying to do Minecraft. Minimator is not, all it can do is Minecraft. If you think Minecraft animation is, you're just going to animate Minecraft for the rest of your life, no. Of course not. I got Cinema 4D because I knew I could use Cinema 4D for other stuff. I was pretty good at After Effects at the time, and I knew Cinema 4D was built into After Effects. And so I knew Cinema 4D would become helpful for my career in film editing and VFX. And that's what I'm doing right now mainly. So if you think Minecraft animations don't do anything for you, you gotta think again. This can do a lot. These corners right here in the picture are actually filled in. I'm just wondering how to fill those in. Let me actually push these in before I forget. Anyway, the fact that I have to explicitly state that Levaslier is not a typical Minecraft animation makes it sound really bad. I mean, look, let's be honest, it is really bad. A lot of the animation there, you have to say it's really bad. You can't try to justify that by saying, oh, it's just people having fun, or oh, it's just a Minecraft animation. Just a Minecraft animation, it doesn't mean anything. It's because of those bad animations that quote-unquote just Minecraft animations have gotten such a bad reputation. I don't want quote-unquote just Minecraft animations to have a bad reputation. I want it to have a good reputation. Minecraft animations is how I learned to use Cinema 4D. And I'm using Cinema 4D for such amazing things now. I'm really proud of myself when I use Cinema 4D for VFX stuff. But I couldn't have done it without learning Minecraft animation. Save some polys here. And I think what it is it's become too widely accessible. And this is a reflection on art itself. This might get too philosophical here, but I have studied philosophy, and so I like going into philosophy stuff. the art, right? Art itself takes skill to do. When you dilute the meaning of art by making it widely accessible, art no longer becomes art. Like, and then it goes into what do you consider art. A philosophy teacher once said to me, he asked me a question like, does a piece of shit flowing down a sewer drain count as art? I said no. He goes, why not? Well, it's because it's not, like, it's not made to entertain anyone, right? It's not made to glamorize a piece of shit floating down a sewer. But what if it was made to do that? Would that be considered art? I don't know. I don't know. Because if like, you get a 5-year-old kid to draw a painting, right? And it looks like a piece of shit. Okay, fair enough. That's a 5-year-old kid's art. Now you get a 50-year-old professional artist to draw the exact same thing. Is that still art? Yeah, it's probably still art because a 50-year-old guy drew it. Because he's an artist and he did that intentionally. What if he's not an artist and he just can't draw for shit, right? You'd still call that art because it was made to entertain someone. So, would a piece of shit floating down a sewer made intentionally to entertain someone be still considered art? Anyway, Minecraft animations, shit. We need to reinvent Minecraft animations, I swear. Since Slamacow stopped uploading, it was just downhill from there. It's like Slamacow was the one guy who knew how to animate. No, Bootstrap Buckaroo, Slamacow, trying to remember the guy who did the Fallen Kingdom with Captain Sparkles. It's like Mom's Basement or something. There are a few, I mean, I just remembered something. To anyone using Minimator out there, you can get some pretty impressive looking things in Minimator. Like, there are people who know how to use Animator and do a really damn good job at making it look good. Like, they look, sometimes, stuff that comes out of Minimator has looked better than stuff that's come out of Blender. Right? And they're both free programs. It's just, whenever you see a Minecraft animation done in Minimator, it's like the person doesn't put any effort into it. The person doesn't know how to animate, doesn't know how to animate, doesn't bother learning how to animate, and just wants to animate. He just wants to jump the gun and just wants to do something. My first animation turned out to be shit, because I didn't bother learning Cinema 4D properly. That's fine, because that was practice for me, and I'm still quite happy with it, right? But I learned to improve. After my first animation, I said, okay, that's good. It's a good starting point. I need to improve. And I learned, and I learned, and I got better. I studied animation. These people don't bother doing that. They don't. They think that they can get away with just making shit animations, and they can. For whatever reason, the standards for Minecraft animations are really shit, really low. I can't stand these appalling animations. They're really, really bad. I've just fucked myself. I deleted all those side pixels while talking. I could have used those to extrude twice. Congrats. You've watched me flub while talking about how other people flub. That's fine. I can, I've got other ways to do that. That's cool. We'll just use the knife tool here. Magnet and edge snap to midpoint. Restrict to cuts. Oh, no. Restrict to selection. I'm using the knife tool here to do these cuts. Bam. And this needs to be set to 50%. Oh, not 51. Seems we've got a few n-gons there. I'll solve that later, question mark? Yeah, I'll solve that later. It's fine. For whatever reason, my selections are gone here now. KL loop cut. And same thing right here. 50%, enter, cool, done. I'm gonna solve all these n-gons here real quick. And an n-gon is basically a like more than 4-sided polygon. Excuse me. Polygons can only be 4-sided. When you get an n-gon, it messes a lot of things up. You just don't want n-gons, they're bad news. Don't have n-gons. I'm not even gonna bother using extrude here, just gonna pull that out holding control. Using control is basically like extrude, honestly. Cool, so we've extruded that out. Because I'm gonna have to add some cuts on it here as well. Oh! Ha! I just noticed my big mistake. That's not supposed to stick out. Cool. Undo everything. Let's try that again. 50. Cool. And once again, 50. Cool. I'm getting a little bit lightheaded. If I stop all of a sudden, I've probably passed out. Sorry for the no live stream last week. I was sick. I still am, obviously, sick. It is getting really hot over here. I hope I'm not having a fever right now. I just started getting better. I've got school tomorrow, too. Don't do this to me. If anyone here is watching thinking, why am I spending so much time on a single torch? Well, it's because I can reuse this throughout the entire animation, right? When I spend effort making things, I don't make them for a single use most of the time. It's like, if I ever make a single use item, like for example, the guard in, not the guard, the general dude in the scene that you saw earlier, he's a single use guy, and so I didn't spend much effort on him. Like, I took 2 seconds to cut him up, extrude him, and do all that. So I know where to put my effort. I don't think it's okay to say, hey, let's not put any effort into this because it's single use. I think it's okay to say, hey, let's not put any effort into this because I need to put my effort somewhere else and there's only a limited amount of effort I can give. Like, people need to understand that effort is not unlimited. Like, time passes without you knowing. And so, I do everything, like, I optimize a lot of what I'm doing because I've been doing it for so long. Just to get things done fast. So, I may cheat things just to save on time. But it's not because I don't want to put in the effort. I never say I will not put in the effort. I always put 100% of effort into whatever I do. But I acknowledge when putting effort into something doesn't give me the result that I need. There's a saying that goes, I'm trying to remember it. It's like, the 80% of what you do gives, no, 20% of what you do gives 80% of the results, or something along the lines of that. So, or 80%, yeah, whatever, right? So it's like, you do 80% of the work, you're gonna get a lot of results. You add that 20% in, it's not gonna give you that much more. So why bother putting that in? That's going to waste time. You're much better off putting another 80% into another piece of work. You know what? That itself looks pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. That being said, though, I'm tempted to extrude this by a little bit because it doesn't look right to me here. I'm going to reference that picture again. Here we go. Ah, I'm missing the corners. Of course I am. How'd I forget? Whoops. Get out of that. I'm missing these corners here. And that's it. What I'm thinking of doing as well is taking the middle out, and I'm going to put just like a block there and use the Turbulence FD simulation to get an actual fire going. And now how am I going to get this block in the corner? That's the real question. Could try this, actually. Yeah, that actually gives us the corner. It's perfect. Cool. So I'm just going to do a little bit of poly reduction here because I know these two will not be seen. And I know that this one here will not be seen. And up, up, up. No, I don't even need to divide those. I can just go straight up. Oh, I missed by one. It's probably better to subdivide those because the UV is going to give me some problems later on. Oopsie. There we go. Yeah, what happened there? Huh. We fix that with the bridge, that's fine. Cool, let's do that for the rest of the corners. This way we can get our torch, and then I can get a turbulence FD simulation going as well. So, what faces do I not need? Get rid of these, get rid of that. Okay, cool. Extrude this. Mouse, thank you. Might do these all at once. Save some time doing that. Again, here, time optimization. Delete, delete. Here. Delete. Control dragging is good for when you have one polygon, but when you got multiple ones, it's a lot better to select all, empty, extrude. And I'm gonna go select all again. Whoops, forgot to hold shift there. There we go. Empty, extrude again, that's too much. Divide that by 2, there we go. And 3.125, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that builds our torch. Cool. That's the basis of things. This is not what's in the model, right? In the model, that's flat. That doesn't look nice to me. Like, there. That down there is flat. But there's a seam there, and I think that should stick out a little bit, so I'm going to stick that out by half a pixel. MT, come on, thank you. Divide, 3 point, no, yeah, okay, divide that by 2, cool. Set the angle to 91, actually, there we go. And there we go. I will delete this block in the middle, and just use a turbulence FD simulation. So, get everything out of the way. And then finally, I'm going to finish with an optimize, because things gotta stay together. What the optimize won't really matter to you too much. It's not like it optimizes the scene in any way. What it just does is stick those polygons together so it matches into one single polygon, a single mesh object. That doesn't matter too much for you unless you're doing a cloth simulation, in which case it really does matter. That goes down, good. And I'm considering even doing that. Just shove that down a little. So it goes down by a pixel. That's cool. I like that. Command A, select all, U-O for optimize, and everything is now stuck together. Cool. Fast stuff. Excuse me. Still very sick here. Cool. I'm thinking if I should texture first, or... That's a good idea. I'll texture first. I'm simply going to drag this on and see what happens. Nothing good, it seems. We're gonna have to... We're clearly going to have to launch the UV maps here. I might actually create a custom UV map for this texture. That's a good idea, because I learned how to do that yesterday, so I might put that to practice. I will select one of these pixels first. Command A. Go into the wizard tool here. Just the cube, thank you. And there we go. Seems... Okay, you know what I should have done? I should have gotten rid of that first, really. I'll just recalculate that real quick. Ah, here we go. Here's the UV map that we need. Cool. So that's every single polygon in the scene. I'm just looking at all of them because that's quite a lot, actually. It'll be hard to identify which is which as well, which is the hard part. But that's cool. I can work with that. We will do... I'm going to set the pen tool first. and set my color to black. Reselect all the faces and then go to layer. Outline polygon is blacked out. That's odd. Ah, I have to do it. That one. Cool. Nope, still blacked out. Because there's no layers. That's why. Why is there no layers? Might have to actually give this a random texture. That didn't seem to work. I'll run the wizard again and see what happens. There we go. Now I can run image, where is it? Layer, rather, outline polygons. The outlines here are a bit thick. That's what I found last time as well. I'm going to see if I can change the thickness of this to like a 1. Redo that. And what this allows us to do is basically export this texture into Photoshop. And we can draw into Photoshop. There we go. So each texture fits into the grids. Good to know. Whoops. Gonna go to File, Export as a Photoshop PSD. Nope, we're gonna save texture as, rather. Looking for PSD anywhere here. There it is. Okay, and then we'll name this Torch UV. Boot up Photoshop, grab that Torch UV file. There we go. We can start working the UV map in this Photoshop file. I've just realized something. You know when we found those torch textures earlier, and there were 2 of them? I think I know what the other one was. Because these top textures need some, like, something to tell what texture it is, right? So in theory, if I go into textures, blocks, and torch here, excuse me, one of these should be the top and bottom. Okay, that's the inside, clearly. That's something on the inside, and then that's the bottom. Let me import this. I'm just gonna crop that. Oh no, that crops the entire image actually. Get rid of that. I'll crop this one in a separate file. Oops, something's gone wrong there. Again, it should be a 32 by 32. There we go. Yeah, I think that might be the top. I have no idea. I'll have to figure this one out. Anyway, export torch, not in that file. D drive, Levaslier, textures, torch, UV base, I guess. Now, excuse me for a bit, I gotta sneeze. I'm still sick right now. It's flu season, guys. Look out for yourselves. Just realized I haven't even eaten dinner yet. Oh, might have to run off soon. I've got... In Australia, I found out that they have these, like, curry rice in a box, and it's, like, it's not good, but it's probably not healthy, too, and but, like, it does its job of filling me up, I guess. I think I'm gonna have to extract the texture of the fire first. I should have done that earlier, I forgot to. I hit 9 thinking I'm in cinema. I'm not in cinema. Select all these. That fire texture up there is going to be useless to me. I'm going to rasterize that. Thank you. That's going to be useless. Cool. Just going to make that huge. Cool. Thinking of how I'm going to split all these up. I'm going to pull Cinema over to my other window real quick so I can identify which textures are which. I'm just going to, basically what I'm going to do is because they're all highlighted, if I select an individual one, I can know exactly which one it is. And so I'm thinking if I press 9 and I do like that, I would know where it is. Yeah, so that's that. And you figure out where all of these are. There, there, and there. Because those four share the same texture. So it's these four here. And it shares this torch texture in the middle. I'm going to hit Command X, Command V, or Control rather, because I'm on a PC. I still like saying Command. I used to be a Mac user, but Windows 10 does everything so good. Like, there's literally, look, there used to be one single reason for me to use a Mac, and that was because of spaces, which allowed me to do, I think the command is, no, not that. It's, this? No, hold on. That, right. So, on a Mac, you could do this to switch screens, and you could operate on another screen, even though you just had a laptop. But I mean, one, I got a dual monitor now, and two, I can do that on Windows 10. So Macs have just been completely redundant in my life. The one feature that Windows 10 doesn't have that I would like is this. But I mean, I've installed a plugin. This is just hitting Command Space on a Mac or Alt Space on a Windows, and this brings up your search. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could hit your Windows and search that as well. But you know, I used to be a Mac user. Mac users be Mac users. Let's just readjust. You know what? Since that's just the middle part, isn't it? I could extract literally just the middle part before I do that. Yeah, okay, okay. What I'm doing is stupid. I'm gonna undo all that. I'm just going to take out this middle part and scale that to fit, because that's where the texture is gonna go. Whoop. I'm doing some really bad selections here. What's going on? There we go. Double check that's fitting. Cool, cool, cool. Control X, Control V. Gonna hide this old thing. Move this into place. The edges here, again, completely redundant. Don't know why they're there. And we're just gonna use the arrow keys to fit these in. I might set the opacity down a little bit so I can see clearer. I wonder if there's a way to turn off the grid in Photoshop, because when I zoom in too much, I get this grid and it doesn't really work to my favor. It seems I'm missing a pixel. That's odd. Oh, of course, there's like a top pixel. I can grab that later on. Yeah, cool. That's fine. Just shove this down real quick. I know what's missing. Smack enter. Good, good. That's this top bit. That's missing. Control XV. Cool. Back here. That's 5 though. That's really weird. Whatever. It'll fit. It will fit. Cool. Oh, no, okay, I know what happened. Whoops, that's my bad. Whoop. Redo. What happened was I forgot that this was a 4 block, and I thought it was 5. I mean, I forgot it was a 5 block. I thought it was a 4 rather. I keep saying block, I mean pixel. Been playing a bit too much Minecraft lately. It would be wise to actually take off those pixels before I start working on anything. I can't see with these grid lines, I swear. Dude, what? Google, how to turn off grid lines in Photoshop. Someone just commented so great on my live stream. Thanks. Thank you. That's Wayne Cameron. Am I reading that correctly? Actually, is that the fail live stream? Because I know I did. I hit the wrong button earlier. How do I turn off the grid lines in Photoshop? Edit preferences. Edit preferences. Guides grid. Okay. I can get dots? That's interesting. That's cool. Try that. Well, that didn't work. What? How to disable pixel grid on Zoom Photoshop CC 2018 quick. That's a YouTube video. Let me mute that real quick. How to disable the... That's my minute manual. That's in view, show pixel grid. There we go. Thank you, Minute Manual. You are saving my life. Can't actually see, even without the grid. Is that the same color? I can't tell. There's a color difference here. Okay, well, either way, I know it's like it has to be a square. So let's take that out. Cool, let's resize this to fit. Smack enter, that's good. Disable the grid real quick. Cool, everything seems to be falling in place. I'm gonna stitch these two together and merge layers. Cool. Just want to double check that and make sure it's right. Yeah, cool. That's one texture. Hide this, hide that, show that. Cool. We're gonna have to duplicate this texture across to here. Looks about right. And there. Cool, better start saving. Save frequently, you're gonna lose your files. Back in cinema, we need to start looking for, I'm gonna start looking for the base. I'm just gonna highlight all of them. Now, you know what? I can only do one edge at a time. Now, texturing stuff does take a lot of time. I'm not too familiar with it anyway, but it is what it is. You have to be willing to put in the effort to get some good results. It's these four down here. These four down here. Stitch these layers together. That's what I need. Cut, paste, hide. Oh, it's 3 pixels. I thought it was 2. That's really weird. Okay, basically, I'm gonna have to shave off 1 pixel because I didn't know it was 3 pixels. That's still cool. I can work with that. It's a lot of boring and repetition of the same exact thing over and over again. Look, someone has to do this, right? Like, once I do this, if I choose to like release this to public, which I think I will, a lot of what I do is available through Patreon anyway. Like, this is just more stuff the public can use. Someone's got to do it. The bottom is a single texture, I believe. No, that's right up there. And that, I can just take this, yes. Save. We've got the base setup. We've got all four sides of the middle. Now comes the hard part, being everything else on top. Nope, actually we don't have the full base setup. We're missing this part. That is there. Now, what texture is that? I'll just actually duplicate this one. This will work. Delete everything in the middle, maybe? Whoa, missed there. There. Delete. Cool. Done. Scale that up a tad bit, I think. No, something's wrong with this. Like, don't look right. Stretch. Yeah, whatever. I'll cheat that like a tad bit. It should be fine. World doesn't end. Now the base is done. Next up is this bit down here. You know what? I just realized this texture is a separate texture than this one there. Oh yeah, so I did miss out a pixel. Yeah, that's supposed to be a 3. Yeah, that grid. This is supposed to go up by 3, not by 2. That's cool. I'll just duplicate the top one a little bit. It'll be a different texture. So I need a texture for this and that. Cool. For this one here, I'm thinking of using this big blotch right here. Pixel size doesn't seem to be right there, so I'm not gonna do that. Might actually just grab this again. That'll work. Pixel size still doesn't seem to be right. I'm a bit weirded out now. Alright, that's because it's half a pixel. That's right. That's cool then. I don't really care. Like, just to give that some differentiation, I'll rotate it by 90. What else were we looking at? The edges down here. These are the top bit of that. Ah, the full texture. I deleted the edges accidentally. I'm gonna have to re-import that torch. Alternatively, I can literally just strip it like that. Cut. Hey, please cut, paste. Thank you. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Please. What? There. We'll duplicate this into a new layer. UV layer. Cool. And where is it? Hold up, I don't know where it is. Ah, there it is. Cool. And this will go on, there it is, on here. It's really weird how it doesn't fit the entire thing. Cool. What's next? Top bit up here. It's odd that it's not giving me a loop selection option around this loop. Did it give me? No, that's really weird. It's not giving me a proper loop selection. Huh. That's a really odd loop. Sure don't look like a loop to me. Can I get a yeet? Yes, nobody asks. Yeah, you can get a yeet! Sorry. I had to like rush up into the mic for that one. I would yeet something like on screen, but I don't have anything to yeet right now. You just gave me a really funny idea. I'm not sure if I should do it. Hold up, just give me 2 seconds. I'm about to show you how to properly yeet something. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see where the gravity options are here. Gravity, 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 gravity. Where is the gravity? Is there gravity even? Yeah, there is gravity. Okay, hold up. I know what I'm doing. Just give me 2 seconds. It's so weird. I can't find gravity. Am I blind? It's because I'm doing this on the pressure. Fuck. Oh, here we go. Okay. I need the wind effector. MoGraph. I need wind. Where's wind? Here we go. Now we're onto something. Damn it, it ain't doing the thing I wanted to do. Cinema 4D R19 has betrayed me. They've removed so much stuff. What is going on? I swear. Yeah, no, R19 has betrayed me so much. It's full of... I've had more bugs in R19 than I have in any other Cinema 4D version. But, like, at the same time, I love R19 because of the new viewport depth of field. Why can't I find the wind effector? Ah, because I'm blind. That's why. Now it's just looking retarded. What's going on here? No, that's a deformer. That's not an effector. So you recently watched my color video, and I wanted to know what you think about color in thumbnails. I find thumbnails... Listen. I've been on YouTube long enough to know quite a lot about how YouTube works. I can't get the yeet to work, sorry. Thumbnails are the most important things on YouTube. Like, the most important things. I can show you a bit of my analytics right now. My analytics aren't the best. I run 2 YouTube channels. My other channel actually does better. They recently showed the new... They recently announced the new YouTube Studio Beta, which shows impressions to click-through rate, right? What that means to you, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, impressions is how many people see your thumbnails, and click-through rate is how many people click on your thumbnails, right? So that description itself should tell you how important it is. But because now we can see exactly what's going on, if I go into my analytics, and I go into my click-through rate, look at that. 22.2k impressions and 24.7% click-through rate. Keep in mind, a 2% click-through rate is good. Oh no, 5.4% click-through rate. 2% click-through rate is great, right? Having a 5.4, that's amazing to me. But you can see how important thumbnails are, because when people see your thumbnails, keep in mind that you're competing with everyone else on YouTube, right? You go onto YouTube's homepage, you got so many other videos here, and they're gonna see your thumbnail. That counts as 1 impression, and they're going to click on your thumbnail because it's that important. Now, having good color is really important because good color is eye-catching, right? Something, if you know your audience, I know my audience is primarily 18 to 24. So when I build my thumbnails, I purposely up my vibrancy. So if you're using Photoshop, if you go into Photoshop, let me just grab this thumbnail, right? On the background here, this background layer, you can go into your effects and you can grab vibrance. And the second you crank that vibrance up, that draws viewers in. That's so much more colorful. That's so much more colorful. Like, I've done a terrible job there because I didn't really bother with it. But that catches your eye now, right? Having grays, nah, don't do that. Red, be careful with red. Common thing to do on YouTube, red arrows, red circles, red everywhere. I know I'm using a lot of red here. I just found out because I'm doing a live video, I use red. Be careful with red. YouTube's stopping redness now. Like, it's not letting you do red arrows, red circles anymore. I like using yellow. A lot of my stuff is yellow. See new lighting setup. My lighting is in yellow because you can see that clearly. Yeah, you can see that as well. It's clearly enhanced. The background is clearly enhanced. Bright colors, bright, colorful colors attract viewers. That's what you want to aim for in your thumbnails. Cool. Back to work. What was I doing? What was I doing? Completely forgot. I was texturing. That's right. What was I texturing? This is amazing. I can do some amazing things when I forget what I'm doing. Right. Yeah, I was going on about this loop selection going wrong. Cool. What is this bottom bit? Oh dear. Oh dear. I've hit all the wrong buttons. I think someone commented, help me get subscribers. Yeah, I'm gonna actually check out your channel, see what you got on there. Yes, nobody's commenting quite a lot of stuff. YouTube.com. I'm like not qualified to do any sort of YouTube channel reviews at all because I am literally a nobody when it comes to YouTube. Yeah, man, good on you. Like me doing Minecraft animations. I'm not sure if you know this, right? You might be new to my channel. I'm a film editor. Like, I legit edit films. And without doing Minecraft animation, I could not do a lot of the stuff that I'm doing right now. It's a great bridge. So if you, keep doing Minecraft animations. When you feel comfortable, you can start bridging out and start doing more other stuff. There you go. You got 100 subscribers. That's pretty damn good.
today.
Again, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm literally nobody on YouTube. I'm just a random guy, right? I don't have sound on because I'd rather not blast sound through my audio. Yeah, you gotta start uploading more if you want to get more subscribers. You got one video up only. That's cool. Good thumbnail art. Good icon. Not thumbnail art. What am I saying? Channel art. I've actually just revised my channel art. What you need on your channel art is a schedule for people to come back to, like this. I've also got a creed, which is enhance your animations and tell your story. That's from Primal Branding. This is, if you're considering becoming a GFX artist, you might want to start reading into some of this stuff. Like, because it's not about branding your YouTube channel, it's about branding you, right? It's like, you are the person that people come to if they want GFX done by you. So this book, it's like recommended to all the YouTube certified people who does like YouTube stuff. Daniel Elwer says, hello Julian, long time no see. Hey, what's up? It's been a while, yeah. You don't need the best stuff. Like, I don't have the best stuff. I'm using a blue ice. Like, the mic I'm using right now is a blue snowball ice. That's a shit mic. Like, don't listen to anyone who tells you this is a good mic. It's good for YouTube quality. Like, I find this to be the perfect mic for me because it's shit and I'm not an audio guy, right? By the way, if you were curious about something, my other channel where I do film, I can show this to you. I don't care about this channel at all. When I do films and stuff, I upload everything here. This is my other channel. Quite frankly, this does better in analytics than Team W&J does, which is really weird because I put more effort into Team W&J than I do here. But you're going to be surprised with these statistics. Listen, I do zero branding, zero advertisement for this channel. Right? This is my personal channel. And yet, when I go into these analytics, I'm so surprised when I see these numbers. Look at that. This is more impressions than my big YouTube channel. What's going on here? Like, I got a lower click-through rate because I'm not bothering with these thumbnails. I'm not doing shit. I got enough watch time. I just don't have enough subscribers. I got enough watch time on this channel to have this be monetized. And I'm struggling with watch time on Team W&J, which is hilarious. I'm gonna switch accounts before anything happens. No, you don't need the best equipment to do anything, really. Like, when I first started, look, I started 8 years ago, right? I started learning. Funny story. 8 years ago, YouTube. It's like 2012, right? YouTube was getting big. Top YouTuber at the time, Freddie Wong. Not sure if you heard of him. Freddie Wong, now known as Rocket Jump, and they're best friends with Corridor Digital. Great guys. They do visual effects stuff. Back then, nobody knew how to make like gun visual effects, and I wanted to learn it. I was 10. I started learning After Effects when I was 10. That's when I started. And in 2014, 4 years ago, I started learning Cinema 4D. Do you really think I had the money when I was 10 to pay for After Effects? Do you really think I had the money to pay for Cinema 4D when I'm 14? No, of course not. I cracked it, right? That's what everyone does when they're 12 and 10 and 8 or whatever. Because, like, what harm is an 8-year-old going to do by cracking software? And so that was my bridge into learning. I found a way to acquire the software so I could learn from it. The goal wasn't to produce something amazing at the age of 10. It was to improve and learn so that when I turned 18, which I am now, I could start making some good level stuff. If I crack out what I've been able to do, right? This is 4 years of Cinema 4D. I'm showing some, I'm pretty sure this is, I can show this, right? This is on my other screen, right? I made this with Cinema 4D just after 4 years, right? I love what I made with this. But this doesn't come easy. Like this, had I not done any Minecraft animation, I would not have gotten here. And my problems with Minecraft animation nowadays is that people are using like random software like Minimator, right? And I have a big problem with Minimator. They're using that software. They're not bothering to learn any animation. They're not bothering to look into how to improve. They just want to push stuff out and get their views. This is the problem with, I think it's called Zombie Life or like Villager Life or something like that. I don't watch those type of Minecraft animations. Those people, they just want the views. They're not bothering with making their videos or animations good. And the problem is people like that stuff. The standards for Minecraft animations are so low because people have not seen good Minecraft animations. The people who do know how to make good Minecraft animations, Bootstrap Buckaroo, Slamacow, the guy who made Fallen Kingdom, who's not Captain Sparkle, is the other guy, right? Because they work together, right? Those guys are top level Minecraft animators. Dylan Goo. Have I not mentioned Dylan Goo? Dylan Goo is amazing. He did Gods Don't Bleed. I don't even know if the modern generation of Minecraft animators have seen Gods Don't Bleed. This was such a big inspiration for me. Like, how many years ago was this? 2012. Like, this was such a big inspiration. This dude took inspiration from Monty who did Ruby, right? And just to think about how everything is connected. If you think about Ruby, what is Ruby, right? You may not have heard of Ruby. Ruby is an American anime made by a single guy who wanted to make his show. And that's basically what I'm doing, right? It's like, I want to make my show, Levaslier. So someone has to start animating somewhere. And the stigma that comes with bad Minecraft animation, oh my god, I can't stand it. If you Google Minecraft animation, like Black Clouds on Studio, amazing. Like, thank God Black Clouds on Studio and Captain Sparkles are on the top. But you start going, oh my god, you see these stuff? Like, what is that? What is that? That is so bad. How is that of 9.4 million views? That is, look at that clickbait. Look at that clickbait. Monster School Best Episode Minecraft Animation. That has 20 million views. I'm not shitting on Minimator itself. You can get some pretty good stuff done with Minimator. I'm not sure how long you've joined in the stream. I've mentioned this before. I've seen stuff come out of Minimator that looks better than Blender. This guy's Skibs. He uses Minimator and Cinema 4D. His stuff looks amazing. So my problem is not with Minimator. It's with people misusing Minimator. They take Minimator because it's free and it's not as hard to learn as Blender, and they just put out whatever without bothering to learn. Look how good this looks. All this stuff is done in Minimator. Can you believe that? I didn't believe that at first. I thought this was like clearly Cinema 4D. This looks amazing. Yet people don't bother doing this. They don't bother learning. They just want to push out whatever they can just to get those views. I can't stand it. Like some change needs to start somewhere. Look at this. This render blew my mind away. This was done in Minimator. Like, it blows my mind. This is impressive. That was my Facebook notification. Don't bother checking. Anyway, enough about that. Like, man. The day people start learning and pushing out proper animations with proper stories, not just some random skit done in 5 minutes, yeah. What about animations like ZA that do song animations? What's ZA? Hold up. I'm gonna search up ZA real quick. Don't get me wrong, there are good people, like good Minecraft animators. I'm gonna go back into dark mode because I can't stand the white YouTube. Keep in mind the stream is ahead by a little bit, so if you're typing your comment and you're waiting like 2 minutes for me to reply, that's because more people watch the replay than they do the actual stream, so I prioritize the replay. Could you tell me what ZA is? I'm also wondering if ZA animations. Cool. I'm gonna search that up real quick. All right, I've seen this guy. I swear to God, I've seen this guy somewhere before. I don't have sound on because I'd rather not get copyright stricken. I can't tell if this is made with what this is made with. My brain says Blender like right off the bat, but it could be Cinema. Like, yeah, these are proper animations. This is a proper animation. Is this song? Song is by Groundbreaking. I love Groundbreaking, right? I like FNAF too, by the way. Yes, this is a good animation. This is an original song, an original animation, not original characters. FNAF, fine, fair enough, right? Doesn't matter if it's not an original character. It's just, this is good animation. These guys are putting effort into it. I can see the 12 principles of animation being used here. This is Cinema 4D. I think it's Cinema 4D. Like, they've put effort into this. You can tell a good animation apart from a bad animation. Like, one big giveaway for me is the camera. For whatever reason, people who have never animated before try to animate and their camera just kind of wiggles everywhere. I know I've done that. And, like, the fact that is, these guys, they know how to animate. That's the difference. They know how to animate. And if they don't know how to animate, they've put the effort to learn how to animate. I can find a bad animation for you to compare, like, honestly. How far down do I have to go to find a bad animation, right? Good. Alan Becker, beautiful guy. Okay, here's something I believe would be bad. When I see Monster School, I immediately think that's bad. Monster School has a pretty bad stigma that comes across it. Look, that's what I mean. Look at that camera movement. That's so fast, so unnatural, and it's just... all these movements are so snappy. See those camera movements? Those are unnatural. That's a big giveaway for me. Dead giveaway. And like... oh my god, you got into Knuckles. Are you kidding me? Well... I think you can clearly tell the difference between this and Zam animations is that this is just bad animation. It's simple as that. These... I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm grilling these guys. I am fully grilling these guys. I love what they're doing in spreading the word of Minecraft animations, but they need to learn how to animate. This is not a good animation. What do I think of animation sins? And I believe I'll ever be on there. I love animation sins. I'd love to be on there. I'd love to be grilled by people. Yeah, animation sins is great. I'm not subscribed. That's fair enough. I actually started watching their stuff way earlier, and I completely agree with these guys. The fact that they're grilling bad animations is amazing. They also grill good animations. I think Cold as Ice is made by Black Plasma. But no, it's entertainment content. I don't think you're supposed to take this as serious criticism. Yeah, why is everything default texture except the fire? Like, that could just be an artistic thing, right? Like, or these guys didn't have access to proper fire. Whatever, right? Animation sins, they're great. You have to learn to... that was my Facebook. You have to learn not to take the animation sins or cinema sins too seriously, because they make stuff for entertainment. What happens is, the big problem with cinema sins and animation sins is that they mix proper actual criticism with improper criticism, or just like burns or mockery, right? I'm getting spammed on Facebook. Sorry, I need to mute that. And because the improper criticism is mixed with actual proper constructive criticism, people get really confused and are not sure if they should listen or not. I don't think so. I think you should just take anything that Cinema Sins does and Animation Sins does as face value stuff. You can immediately identify when there's an actual problem, right? Like, when there's a problem, it's very blatant, it's very obvious, and they will point it out, and you will know in your head that's a problem. And when they show something that's not a problem, and they count it as a sin, your brain registers that that's not a problem, and you move on. You can't take their number up here as the sin value. Your brain identifies what it is. Yeah, a render without any lights would be a lot better than MC's... Yeah, a render without any lights would be a lot better than MC School animation. Thank you. Oh my god. That is... that's an amazing comment. Holy shit. I do this quite a lot, right? I search Minecraft animation because I have vidIQ and TubeBuddy installed, which helps me tag my videos, and what it allows me to do is also search how well these tags are trending. Minecraft Life is trending. Now, that's something I have to search up. And so basically, you can search these tags and get the results. Good to see that the graph is going up. And the results tell us what the most trending video is. I'm not surprised that clickbait up here is trending. I fell for these videos when I was 12 playing Minecraft. Like these guys sticking their hands in, because I thought that's what it actually was. No, it's clickbait. Beijing Canadian. Dude, how long has it been since I've heard the name Beijing Canadian? The Hunger Games days. Villager life. Here's something I want to say. I don't think we should be discouraged by bad animation. This looks like it's made in Minimator, and this guy actually put effort into his lights. Anyway, I don't think we should be discouraged by bad animation. Because what this is telling me is that bad animation can get this guy 1.8 million subscribers. What that tells me is that good animation can get a whole lot more than 1.8 million. Because if bad animation can do this, good animation can do a lot better. So don't be discouraged. Animate well. Like don't follow the trend of bad animation. I think Psycho Girl is a bit better than MC School. Yeah, no, Psycho Girl. Do you think Psycho Girl is better? I don't think so. I don't. Yeah, the only time I've ever seen Psycho Girl was through Animation Sins, and I've never heard of it. Because I took a break from Minecraft for a while, right? There's something called cringe, and in my head, I apply a cringe value to everything. Psycho Girl has taken the max level of cringe in 2 years. In my head, I've never seen anything cringier than that. This is. You want to see a principle of animation that I would put right here? Actually, I don't know what this is, right? But you can tell that there's no principle of animation. First of all, before that, look at that light. Why is there shadow on that torch? Moving on. When this door falls down, it just flattens. It just flattens straight out on the floor, right? A real door doesn't do that. Like if you can hear my hand, it goes, right? It bounces. That's a principle of animation. It's just when things fall, they bounce a little bit and they have to settle because they have momentum and they have to slow down. That's a good, realistic, good animation. People have to put effort into that. You can't it sounds simple. If you try to do it, you gotta have to fiddle around with it a tad little bit before you can actually get it. I like this time lapse. This time lapse looks alright, pretty decent. Something I've realized with this is it's missing ambient occlusion as well. That's a really technical thing. Or like the ambient occlusion is way too little. Yeah, a lot of the popular Minecraft animations is cringe. That being said though, Fallen Kingdom is my favorite. Fallen Kingdom is the one Minecraft animation that I consider to be a good Minecraft animation. Because not only does it have good animation, like as in how it's animated, but it has a good continuous story. Also, it has good music, right? But the most important part here is the story. It has a good continuous story that flows, and it gave me chills. That's how good it was. When it first came out, where is Fallen Kingdom? It should be somewhere here, right? What? Yeah, why am I getting spammed? When Fallen Kingdom first came out, the Viva La Vida one, I loved it. Like, that was right after Revenge came out, which was like one of the first parodies ever. They've put so much effort into it. Can we just talk about how much effort they put into this? Look, this was built in Maya, right? Maya, if you don't know, Maya is the professional industry standard animation software used by professionals like in Disney and whatever. They use Maya, right? I've been into animation class where they teach you Maya, and let me tell you, Cinema 4D beats Maya every single way. Except cloth. Look at the cloth on the dude, like the green shirt guy. Look at that cloth. That's amazing cloth. That's Maya's end cloth system. Cinema 4D's cloth-tailed, shit. Like, there's no comparison. Cinema 4D's cloth is shit. Do you remember watching this when you were 8? Yeah, hell yeah, I remember watching this when I was 8 too. Yeah, fucking. I wasn't 8. I was like, you were 8? Damn. You watched Fallen Kingdom when you were 8? Damn, son. I watched Fallen Kingdom when I was like 12. Yeah. They've put so much effort into this compared to anything else. And it pays off. Like, this is how it pays off. 10 million subs. Of course, Captain Sparkles is Captain Sparkles. 21 million views. 21 mil. Damn. Hey, can we... I just remembered. Revenge. The Minecraft parody Revenge is a parody of fuck, I forgot I forgot the name of it. Whatever. The Minecraft parody has more views than the actual video. It's hilarious. That's what good animation does. And Revenge isn't even that good of an animation. That's because Revenge was one of the first few Minecraft animations. I don't know if y'all know the first ever Minecraft animation, but I believe it's made by the Yogscast. It was if you know Shadow of Israfel, that I used to watch that back in the alpha days when I started playing. Shadow of Israfel is a series made by Shadow of Israfel, made by the Yogscast. These guys used to be like the top of the chain on YouTube, right? And they made like this Minecraft animation with one of their guys named Tin Man. And it's basically like a robot. It's so bad. It is so bad. It's literally what you said earlier about people not putting lights in their scene. They got Cinema 4D, they got a rig, the rig doesn't even bend, and they put no lights into it. And that was like, I think that was the first ever Minecraft animation. It's hilarious. I tried to find it yesterday. I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. It's on the Yogscast channel. Anyway, Shadow of Israfel. Old stuff. I love it. Enough of this. I gotta texture this torch, yo. Cool. Oh god, I'm still sick. Why am I selecting them in here? I'm being stupid. What I think it'll take to get onto animation sins is, first of all, being recognized. My strategy right now for being recognized is actually to focus all production on Levaslier. Right? I'm making a prologue right now for a very special event coming up. I'm not announcing it until August. It's going to be a big event. It's going to be an event that takes place in real life in Australia. But I don't want to say too much in case I don't get it. But if that event actually happens, I'm going to get a whole bunch of attention, which I will love. I need that attention just to support my Patreon. Patreon is the only way I'm earning money right now. I'm demonetized on YouTube. So I'm focusing everything I have, 100% of what I have, into making Levaslier. And I will produce episode 1 by myself. Episode 1 fully by myself. Hopefully, after episode 1 comes out, I can use that as a marketing strategy. And I will use episode 1 to get more people to help me make episode 2. That's my strategy. And because more people will come on, I think that way I'll get more attention. And that's really all this is about, is getting attention. Oh, by the way, man, if you're still in here, we've got a public Discord that you can join in, so I might put the Discord link in the description, in the comments real quick. So I like interacting with people, so let's grab that invite link. Here you go. You dabbled in animation but never really tried anything, lol. I've only ever done rendering of Minecraft characters, which I saw, and also there will be... Yeah, this will be a huge feat if I pull this off. Like, this is massive. To me, making Levaslier is not just about getting the show out. It's about me and everyone that's got me this far. I've got a big life story that I don't want to like reveal yet because I want to save that for the future. But there have been lots of people who have come and left in my life that I credit to getting me where I am now, and I couldn't have done it without them. And so Levaslier is not just making the show a show; it's a legacy to them. It's a legacy for myself. Like, if this is successful, I want to make Rooster Teeth. Like, reality is Rooster Teeth or Corridor Digital. That's where I want to be. I want to have my own company with people with like, you know, with employees. We can all make Levaslier. We can all make videos. We can all make entertainment. I want to have my own company that does that. And it's a hard thing to say, but you gotta, to quote Conor McGregor here, like, you have to have the courage to think it and the courage to say it. That's how you get things done. It will be a huge feat for me if I get it done, and well, like, you're gonna be someone that I remember along the way. Like, everyone that's sticking with me now, considering that I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and the amount of people that I've seen just come on, comment on all my videos, and be my big fan, and I'm like, yes, I love seeing this guy. He comments on all my new videos. I love seeing this guy here. And then one day they just stop showing up, and you're like, damn, I lost the one fan that was commenting on my videos. And then another one comes, and they leave, and they come, and they leave, and they come, and they leave. But you learn to appreciate every single one of them, because they're not just, I'm not caring about the numbers. The numbers don't matter to me. 1,800 subscribers. I've been stuck at 1,800 subscribers for 4 years. 5 years, 4 years. I don't know. I've been stuck at 1,800 subscribers. I don't care, because that's, each one person is each number is a person. I care about helping the people, right? I don't care if I have 1 subscriber and 1 view. I help that one person, and that's what matters to me. To be fair, it's one thing that nobody else sees, because this only shows in the analytics. When I get subscribers, nobody knows how many subscribers I'm getting. You may think that I've been stuck on 1,800 and I'm not growing at all, like no one's subscribing. That's not true. That is not true. Because back in the day, I used to cheat. I used a website, and it was like a sub for sub website. And so I'd do sub for sub with a lot of people, and that boosted me so much, and I was so happy with it, because I cared about the numbers when I was 12. That's not the case. Numbers don't matter. Look, it's a +8, but I'm still at 1,800. Why? You don't know why? Because when I was 13 and all those people that I sub for sub doesn't work. None of those people watch your content. Sooner or later, they're going to unsubscribe. And unsubscribing is the key thing here. I'm getting +8. I'm probably getting, let's see. I want to see how much I've added and how much have gone. How would I see my subscribers? I want to be able to see, like, subscribed. This is what happens when you sub for sub. Never sub for sub. Sub for sub doesn't work. Honestly, if you had a choice, you would work at Rooster Teeth. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to work at Rooster Teeth? Funny, I go to film school. So I was like, I told one of my instructors about my plans in the future of starting my own company, blah, blah, blah. Exactly what I just told you. He goes, okay, well, you need a good business plan. Also, is there anyone else doing this right now? I'm like, no, there's no one doing this. And I thought about it a bit more. I'm like, wait, hold on. No, there's one person doing this. That's Rooster Teeth. One company doing this. That's Rooster Teeth. They're making their own show, right? That's what I want to do. There's one person. That's it. And he goes, really? Are you sure there's absolutely only one person, one company? I'm like, yeah, that's it. If anyone can find me another example, I'd be, I want to see that. But no, like Ruby, that's it. And he goes, why don't you just go work at Rooster Teeth? I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to work at Rooster Teeth? Like, working at Rooster Teeth would be fun. It'd be fine. What would I do? Right? Here's what I do. I'd sit down. I'd go in as an animator. I'd use Maya and I'd animate Ruby. Sounds good on paper. Doesn't suit me. That idea doesn't make me happy. I want to make Levaslier. I don't want to sit and work on someone else's stuff. I want to work on my own stuff. When reality hits you, reality says you can't do that. Reality dictates that you need to do someone else's work to earn money to survive. And quite frankly, surviving is more important. So, balancing out reality and my dreams is a really hard thing to do. I don't know how to operate YouTube beta. I'll try to summarize this for you. My subscriber count, when I started uploading, again, consistently this January. And since I've started uploading, my subscriber count is basically plus something, minus something. There you go, exactly. Subscribers gained 9, subscribers lost 10. Why? Because these are sub for sub accounts. Look at how many accounts are closed because they're inactive or they're bots. 5. Closed accounts 3, others, I don't know what this is. People unsubscribed to me, one person unsubscribed to me, right? 3 closed accounts, these are probably bots or inactive accounts. And other, who knows what they are. That's why you don't sub for sub. It's useless. It hits you back. Hits you back like a truck. I've gained 3 subscribers today. That makes me really happy. That's 3 people. Like, you gotta stop looking at subscribers as numbers. These are people. I don't care about these 10 that are gone because I know these 10 are probably bots, right? But I care about the 9 that I'm gaining. These are 9 people who have subscribed that I'm gonna be helping. I agree. I absolutely agree. If I was offered a job to work at Rooster Teeth, right now, I would push my dreams back and work at Rooster Teeth for the experience. I agree. I don't know how old you are. I'm 18. I'm about to graduate university, so I'm really early, right? But I have had instances where people wanted to hire me for whatever they're doing that required me to stop my work. But the people asking me to work are like, hey, Julian, that's my real name. Hey, Julian, do you want to come work on a feature film? Hell yeah, I want to go work on a feature film. I was like 15 or something. I was like, hell yeah. Of course I'll do it. Like, what else would I say? And then you start doing it, and then you get the experience. That's all good, but you have to be able to return back and start, like, you have to know what you want to do and start doing that as well. So, yeah, doing stuff for the experience, hell yeah. Never say no to that. But, like, understand that when you put effort into someone else's stuff, you're taking effort away from doing your own stuff. What am I doing here? I've been moving around here for the past minute and I'm not sure what I'm doing. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Sorry. Let's take this. You are currently 16. That's a good age. 16. When I was 16, that was my favorite age. Like, I went to Canada when I was 16 to study. Happiest time of my life, I swear. Happy, couldn't be happier. I made so much when I was 16, like you're giving me chills, because I'm just thinking, 16 felt like yesterday, man. Used to be in Canada, now I'm in Australia, born in Hong Kong, damn. Bro, you really should join into our Discord. I encourage everyone who follows us to join into our Discord server. Just because it, excuse me, allows for more closer communication. I mean, I value every single one of my subscribers, so. How did this torch turn out? Whoops, I've done the wrong thing. Cool, man. Looking at the amount of pixels I have left to do, like, it really does discourage me. I'm not kidding when, like, it's rare you hear me talk about being discouraged. But just looking at the amount of stuff here that I have to do, yeah, that is discouraging. I did mention something earlier about cheating stuff, so I might consider doing that. I know why everything is split up. It's because each of these are split up onto different spots. You know what? I'm actually rethinking whether I'm doing the right UV map now. I'm thinking the fastest possible way I can get this done, because these UV maps are not laid out right. Like, the way it's laid out, everything here. Oh, I just drew with a pen, my bad. Whoops. Everything beyond this line, like everything here, that's badly laid out. Like, that would take forever to do. I would not do that. This is garbage, right? All that there, that's garbage. I could do manual texturing here. That might be an option. I'll consider doing that. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. Oh, hey man, welcome to Discord. I've got stream mode on, so I can't really see what's going on my Discord. You're better off, like, I can see what's happening on YouTube. I can't see what's happening on Discord. Like, I can't monitor two things at the same time. I'm playing FNAF over here. Speaking of the new FNAF, how complicated is that? Like, how good is that? The new FNAF offers such a good challenge. I love it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a wood texture. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. By the way, if you're just starting out and you want to start animating something, it's probably not a good idea to think of huge, complicated ideas like Levaslier. I mean, look, Levaslier took me 6 years to think of. Someone told me that they can think of an idea in 5 minutes. Like, an idea like Levaslier. No, we can't. Levaslier is a multi-layered, complex story. It took 6 years of thought to get there. That's why there's 6 years of work put into it. Okay, so don't start with that. I don't know if you've seen my other animations that I made in a day. I'm thinking of doing like a live, not a live, like a weekly animation challenge where you literally spend 1 day animating and see what you get. The animations are going to come out a minute long, 30 seconds long, doesn't matter. It's good practice just to get a story out. Like, here, this 44 seconds. I did this animation in a day. Like, I finished... I imported everything, animated everything, rendered everything, edited everything in a day. So if I start doing weekly challenges like this, I think, and like people follow along, animation is going to get so much better. I mean, I use hardware render here, so it's, of course, rendering doesn't take that long, but you know. Yeah, start with basic animations like this. No point. Someone asked me the other day about jumping the gun. Yeah, jumping the gun. It's like learning to run before you walk. Don't do that. I've done that. Big mistake. There's an unlisted video in my Levaslier. It worked for 6 years. There's actually an episode out on YouTube, but it's unlisted. Released in 2014. This was before I learned how to animate. I'm not going to show this on the live stream. But it's here. You can make up the name and a basic story in 5 minutes. You absolutely can, right? What I just showed you with that dude falling in the lava, that took me 5 minutes. That was 5 minutes of thought. Like, there was no need to think about that too much. Here. This is unlisted. That's the first episode of Levaslier made in 2014. That's a shit version. I hate it. I hate it so much it makes me cringe. I got 1,000 views on it and 36 likes. I don't know how I got 36 likes on that. Flip those results. That's what it should be. 36 dislikes, 2 likes. That's what it should be. I don't like it. It's bad. But it has the general story in it. Anyway, remaking it now. I'm a lot better animator now. You have to understand about something to do with story making. I don't know if you follow Corridor Digital. These guys make videos, like VFX videos, right? Like this stuff. They make videos every week. They spend the first day of every week thinking of ideas. Sometimes they don't get an idea. They upload every Thursday, right? Sometimes they don't get an idea on Monday. They push it to Tuesday. Still brainstorming, still brainstorming. Wednesday, still no idea. Thursday afternoon, that's when they get their idea. And they have to make the video, right? So they spend several days brainstorming of a good idea that would get hits. And so brainstorming ideas seems easy on a surface level, is not really. What is going on here? Excuse me for a second, I'm gonna have to sneeze. Nose is filling up. Oh, God. I've been sick for a week, I swear. Something to do with flu season and unending colds. This cold, I'm not even feeling sick anymore, but my nose is so runny. I don't know why. Why am I even whispering anymore? That's not the right pixel size. Also, a thing that's really important that I always forget to talk about is having friends that support you and give you ideas. I get distracted by everything, at least I'm passionate about everything. Yeah, I am passionate about everything, and I do get distracted. Because, okay, I go off on like a million different tangents and I never return to the same thing. If you want me to return to the same thing, just tell me about it. I'm on a live stream right now. People's attention on YouTube is not long. I stray off so I can re-get people's attention a lot of the time. But I also lose people, and I know that's bad. Anyway, having friends is important. Why? Having friends, not just like any friends. Like, I don't care if you're making animations and you have friends who play football. That doesn't matter. You need get friends who like animations, who like making stuff. I'm fortunate enough to be in film school. I'm in SAE Melbourne. That's a film school. So I'm surrounded by people who make films, and I can talk to them about this stuff. Having them there helps you get ideas so much easier. A few of my guys actually recommended me. The guy who, you watched my lighting video. The guy who confirmed, like, who checked my facts for the lighting. He suggested that I start making Minecraft in real life videos. Not those clickbaity ones where I stick my hand in front of a camera. But rather, I actually film something, and I use visual effects, which I'm good at, to stick stuff in. Like, stick Minecraft elements in. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea, because, like, I've done that once as a clickbait. I did, like, a ghast in real life. And that seems to do pretty well. I'm like, I can do a lot better than that. I did ghast in real life in a day. Like, if I spend more than a day on it, hell yeah. Like, that's something fun, and I would like to do that. So, good ideas come from friends. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a iron texture. Iron texture is right there. I'm blind. Someone commented, boo, no boy. Yes, boy. There you go. So this texturing method, I think, will be a lot faster than trying to paint this UV map here. I don't think I even needed to paint the UV map there, to be honest. Should I be really lazy and set the entire top to use the same texture? Because I can do that. I can totally do that. There we go. Simple as that. Look. my girlfriend there says I'm a good boy. Thanks. See, this is what I mean by optimization. I could have spent the next 3 hours doing this UV map. And I wanted to do it just to show on the live stream. And then I realized how inefficient and just dumb this method would be. I figured out this would be a much faster method. And it gets the job done. Like, if you look at that, that's a torch. You don't need this texture for it to be a torch. Optimization is really important. Now, I actually need to get this torch to stick onto a long pole. I'm not sure when you joined in, but this is the scene I'm working on, right? This flag gets set on fire by this dude here. That's in the thumbnail. Delicious hot schmoes, says Vutrix. I'm reading out everyone's comment. Like, someone's gonna write, and I'm gonna read that out loud. To anyone who just read that out loud, I apologize. Okay, long pole, long pole. Remember that I'm making a long pole. Should not have said that many times. Now people are gonna get the wrong impression. I am going to take this, do a split, copy, 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 undo. If you're new here, I spam copy because I have a tendency to not copy when I need to copy. Did I really do that? Okay. Never mind. Split. Delete. No. What am I doing? Delete that. Cool. So now I have just this poll. See, I wish I could bounce ideas off of people who really care about what I care about. My school is getting rid of almost every tech class, and my Discord friends aren't really interested. That is horrible. Dude, school... oh my god, I feel so bad for you. How can school not encourage technology? Technology is the way forward. I'm not sure if you know, but I kind of want to be a teacher. Yeah, it's not like my YouTube channel gives that away, right? No, but that's terrible. I can't imagine not teaching tech. That's terrible. But I mean, I'm saying that, but my tech class, you're probably in high school right now, I'm guessing. My tech class in high school was a lot of nothing. Like, honestly speaking, it was a lot of Excel, and that's it. I wish they taught more, like Cinema 4D or some shit, but like that's very specific in animation. What have I done? Hold on, I've done something wrong. No, man, yeah, I do feel bad for you if they're getting rid of a tech class. Well, I mean, you've joined my Discord channel, so you have me to talk to, and I'm always up for conversation. But I am self-taught in Cinema 4D. I have never been taught by any professional how to operate Cinema 4D at all. I want to say that for After Effects and Premiere as well. And keep in mind, I'm primarily a film editor with visual effects background, right? Nobody's taught me how to use After Effects or Premiere. I've been into classes where they teach you After Effects and Premiere, but I've learned nothing in those classes because I already know everything from those classes. I'm not trying to show off. That's the reality of it. I go into a class and they teach me motion tracking and how to put text into After Effects. I end up making 2 parallax images. I make 2 still images move. I motion track a blood stain on the wall. I make text fade in and disappear using masks. In one class, while they're trying to figure out how to motion track something. I'm not trying to show off here. That's just the reality of it. When you spend enough time self-teaching yourself and experimenting is key. When you are self-taught, and I believe many of us are, experimentation, getting things done, and just practice is the only way to learn animation and visual effects by yourself. This is from Ren, like that quote I just said is from Ren from Corridor Digital. Again, Corridor Digital here, right? There's so many people that's Ren. How should I say this? Ren started learning visual effects when he was 18. That's the guy that I brought up earlier who showed that lightsaber, right? He started learning visual effects when he was 18. Self-taught. And all he did was practice, practice, practice. And now he's gotten that far. I don't know when you started. I started when I was 10, rather. And that encourages me. Like, to hear that people can start later than me and become that good just from practicing makes me want to practice. I don't know why this keeps clipping in. It's messing me up while I'm talking. So, not being discouraged is an important thing. Seek motivation. Do not get discouraged and have friends around that encourage you. Is the best advice I could give anyone. And practice. So key, practice. Okay, I'm gonna check the timer. Oh man, it's 9. I'm gonna have to end the stream before 12. If you're new to this channel, I sleep at 5. So, not today because apparently I've got morning class tomorrow. So I've gotta leave early. I'll end the stream before 12, and I've also gotta get dinner. So I think I'll end the stream when I get dinner. I'm not hungry right now. that maybe in an hour or so. I've streamed for 2 hours. Yeah, could stream for another hour maybe. When I do hop off the stream, feel free to find me on my Discord. The Discord link is in the... there's 4 people in the chat right now. If the Discord link is... just, like, scroll up. You're going to find it. I'll still be active on Discord and I'll still be working. I just won't be streaming. Now that everything's in place, we will do a connect objects delete. Cool. They're getting rid of audio and video production, basic stuff but still useful, and they took computer concepts and computer maintenance. Both, if not one of these, are really fucking useful. It's 6 a.m. at your place. It's 9:13 p.m. here. I don't know where in the hell you are. Is it you in America, I'm guessing? Yeah, because a lot of my audience is from America anyway. They're getting rid of audio and video production. What? What? That is unbelievable. I can't imagine how... oh, that's so bad. I encourage everyone to start making art, like even if they're not artsy people, just because when you start making it and you feel like you get that boost of motivation in making stuff, you start making more. But to get rid of that class, man, your school must be like tight on budget or something. Let's save this file real quick. Long Twitch. Let's get a Turbulence FD simulation up on the top here. Don't know if you guys know much about Turbulence FD, but I love it. Before anyone requests me to do a Turbulence FD video, I'm not qualified to talk about Turbulence FD. I know like the bare basics. I don't want to be one of those people who pretend to know pretend to know everything and not actually. Brother, listen to me. Everyone thinks their school sucks. The second you graduate, that's when you start missing it. I've graduated high school twice. I used to study in Hong Kong, graduated there, went to Canada, graduated there. I miss both schools. Used to live in a dorm. I live in my own apartment in Australia now. I woke up thinking I was in a dorm in Canada. That's how much I missed it. I'm not even kidding. Okay, we got a cube here. This is going to be our fire source. And the texture I'm going to use, I think, off the top of my head, I can grab a magma block from Conquest Resource Pack. Murga, of course it's Murga. Magma properties. Oh no, it's gone and done this thing with me. Minecraft has a tendency to not name their files properly. How am I gonna find a magma block? Oh, it's even worse. They named it with numbers. Oh, okay. I get it now. Ash, snow layer, that's not what I need. AC plants, all cobwebs, birds, carpets, clay, coral. No. This is going to take forever. Oh dear. What am I going to do? Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. You're complaining about how much your school sucks because they removed those courses. I never had those courses. I'm just saying. I had a film class in Canada, but that's it. And it wasn't, like, it was really basic film stuff, and I loved it. But, you know. Oh, thanks, man. Did you find my channel recently, or did you subscribe from way long ago? Because I started uploading in 2010. I don't think anyone from 2010 is still here. But I went through several stages. I started doing Halo, and then I started doing Minecraft Let's Play, and then I did Red vs. Green. My partner, ArcDoc, did Pixelmon and Hunger Games. and then I started doing Minecraft animation, and that's what we're doing now. And there was like a big break in between. So you're either from like the Hunger Games days or now. That's what I'm guessing. Lava rock. Why would they name it lava rock? Holy moly. Ah, the textures are all squashed. They named it Pahoho. What is Pahoho? Legit, it's called Pahoho. Basaltic lava forming smooth, undulating, or ropey masses. We learned a new word today, guys. Pahoho. Okay. It's not magma blocks, it's Pahoho. Not 2010. Yeah, definitely not 2010. I don't think anyone's from 2010. If anyone here is still from 2010, they've got to be die-hard, like, Minecraft fans. There you go. I'm really tempted to give this an extra effort. I can use an espresso tag right now, which is the coding in Cinema 4D. I can create a separate texture that has some glowing bits here. And I'm going to make this, like, glow on and off. I could do that. Or I could just, you know, not, because this is going to be covered in fire anyway. This is the fire thing, goes under there. Cool. Torch, torch. Cool. Now I've done all the modeling stuff. I probably should start animating now. This is an animate. I like how this is an animation live stream and I haven't done any sort of animation. Just so y'all know, in the industry, it's not one person doing all the animation. There's like a separate guy that does the models, a separate guy that does the animation, another guy that does the compositing. And so when you have a small group of people, or well, in my case, one person doing all the animation work, of course it takes a lot more time. And you found me a couple months back? Yeah, fair enough. I'm uploading a lot more consistently now, and YouTube is promoting me a lot more than usual. I've started learning different YouTube strategies to grow not just my channel, but myself, and like my quote-unquote company. So yeah, I'm expecting a lot more people to come in these next few days. And they are. I mean, you've seen the subscriber counts. It's plus 10, minus 10. For me, that's good. I got 10 new people. I don't care about the number. 10 new people. We will stick this torch in this guy's arm. He will be right-handed. There we go. You know, you commented on my videos a lot, especially my HD graphics upgrade of Captain Sparkle's music videos. Oh, did you comment on that one? Yeah, okay. It wasn't an HD. It was a little experiment that I was running. I was turning 30 FPS, which was the original Fallen Kingdom. I took that and I made it 60 FPS. And I think I just used Premiere Pro, and it has this thing that calculates the frame in between. I used Premiere Pro, mixed it with a Real Smart Motion Blur, RSMB, a plugin, and I just wanted to see how it would look. And in the project file, each cut was made by me. I had to individually cut the thing so that it would calculate properly. So it was a little bit of effort, but it was a good experiment to see what would happen. It was really interesting. I'm glad you like that, actually. Where's the guy? There he is. By the way, if you probably missed the first hour of the live stream. If you're using Cinema 4D R19, you need to be careful of something. There's with the rigs, the FMR rigs, it's like not, it's not just FMR animate. I made FMR animate, right? It's not just FMR animate, it's FMR, like FMR 5 as well. You can't extrude the skin properly. So either have R18 installed, like me, so I have R18 and R19, or just have R18 installed. That's what I would say. I think it's a bug in Cinema 4D. Yeah, no, Matt, I remember your comment. You said something along the lines of, you hope more Minecraft animators. Like, I remember I replied with, I hope my analysis will show, like, the effort that goes into Minecraft animation to make it good. I said something along the lines of that. This looks like some sort of, like, magic staff, to be honest. That's cool. Oh, man, I choked. Yeah, no, you know what R19 is good for? I gotta be careful here in case I load up a spoiler file. I can load up a different file for you. Just watching what file I actually load. Okay, this one's safe. Okay, here's like a first-person shot, right? You look down. Okay, I'll just use this big screen. With R19, you can actually set the depth of field in here, and so when I grab my camera, wherever it may be. Whoops, that's too much. I can set depth of field in here. So like things that are blurred are supposed to be blurred in the viewport. And so this makes hardware rendering a lot better. Because if I wanted to do a preview render of this and I did a hardware render, it takes me like 5 seconds, right? An actual render takes me 5 hours. So if I wanted to stitch everything together in Premiere, which I do, so everything's lined up in Premiere so I can get all the timing right, and then I go back, fix everything, then do the final render, it saves so much time, because I don't have to wait 5 hours, check everything, realize there's a mistake, fix it, and then do another 5-hour render. 5-second render, much faster. And R19 just makes it a lot nicer, but it's not necessary. Like, nothing in R19 is necessary for Minecraft animation, I don't think. This guy needs to set that on fire, but I'm just... This is not the first shot, so this shouldn't even be my priority. The first shot should be my guy getting dragged in through that door over there. Oh, since you missed the first hour, you also missed my spiel on how important set design is. And how, the way I've laid out this scene, I don't need to animate anything for you to know that something's happened here. There's been a fight here, and clearly these guys wearing purple have lost. It's very obvious, no need for any animation. The way I've set up the scene already says a story. That's important. Tell stories by the way you set scenes up, set design. 2 Sacrosaurus Knights will bring in Arkosh Levaslier through this door. Those words may have meant nothing to you. Basically, 2 enemy guys bring in my good guy. That's the wrong file. I think I'm missing files. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, they're bungee jumping. They're having the time of their life. Where is he? Oh, there he is. I'm wondering how I should do the handcuffs on this guy too. Yeah, I've never thought of that. How to handcuff him? I'm thinking of doing. I'm processing whether I should go overboard, or if I should do it without anything special. If I'm gonna go overboard, I would make an IK chain, which means a set of bones that would allow the chain in between the two cuffs to move dynamically. Or I could not do that, and I could just make two cuffs. And I sometimes just sit here and process everything and how I'm gonna do things before I actually do them. I want to go over the top. I do. But, like, I can't figure out how to do that. I just don't know. The two cuffs is easy, right? The two cuffs is easy. You make two squares, put on one hand, you parent it to the wrist, put on the other hand, parent on that wrist. Then you have two cuffs, and you just stick the hands together. Like, move, when you animate them, stick them together. To link the chain on, that's a different story. I could think if the chain, it wouldn't be a, Yeah, this is hard. Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm a one-man team, take a chill pill. That's completely right, but like, I like doing things over the top. In class, we had to pitch ourselves to enter a film team, right? So we have 4 directors, and the directors had to choose their crew, and I proposed to be an editor, as I do. And instead of just giving a presentation, I created an entire show reel for them in a day. And if that doesn't say I like going over the top, I don't know what does. That whole burning flag thing literally just came up as I set up the scene. I didn't think of that. Like, in the script of the prologue, there was no the guy burns the flag. It was like, there's a flag there. First of all, I should add cloth to it. That's over the top level 1. And then over the top level 2 was, hey, there's fire underneath. We should set the thing on fire. We should turbulence FD it. Whoa! And I mean, I did it. I'm happy that I did it. But sometimes something like a cuff, that to me doesn't seem too impressive. I think I know how to do it now, because when you make a spline, like when I do it dot dot, I don't know where that spline went. I'm not gonna undo that. When you make a spline, there's 2 points. You can parent one point to one of the cuffs, parent the other point to the other cuff. There you go. Then you got a rope in between. Cool. I honestly don't feel like doing that though. Like, honestly, I've thought about it a bit, and I don't have it in me to do that. My frame rate seems to be taking a hit here. I think it's because OBS is streaming. Oh no, I know what it is. See, this way there's a lot more stuff because that room is fully decorated. This way it's like 60 FPS because I got nothing there. Quick tip: optimize your scenes. That scene earlier, when I loaded the first person shot earlier, that was like that big. If I'm working indoors, delete everything outside. No one's gonna see it. Save some polygons. I might actually delete a lot more because, like, the stuff outside, it's a waste of polygons. Polygons eat RAM. I don't want my RAM to be eaten. So everything there. 0 for box selection, and I'm just gonna stay safe and delete like that. It's simple. Just get rid of so much stuff. I think I've got another file because there's some stuff that hasn't been deleted. Yeah, there we go. Cool, all that gets deleted. Yeah, cool, fair enough. That should save my frame rate a little bit. It's been great talking to you. Random shit, Lamal. I'm gonna get going. Alright, sure. I'll see you, man. Thanks for joining the stream. It's good to have some people engaging in conversation here. You're welcome to chat me up on Discord anytime. Stay safe, man. You know what? There's still 3 people in the stream. Hey, if you're in the stream, I know my girlfriend's in the stream. Whoever else is in the stream, leave a comment. Let me see who you are so we can engage in some conversations. It's 9:30 now. I think I'll keep going for another half an hour or so. 3 hours is a good average time for me to stream. Whoops, seems I've got smart move on. As a reference, I'm actually going to pull up Assassin's Creed Revelations. What the hell? Just because I can't really see how someone getting dragged into a room would look like. Okay, here we have Assassin's Creed Revelations trailer. I promise you, this was actually not an inspiration for the prologue. I discovered this halfway through, like a few days ago. That it was this similar. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Well, it is an inspiration now because I'm taking this pose. He's on his knees getting dragged like this. Hey, Toony Rollless Minecraft Animations. Hey, what's up, man? How is he being held exactly? He's being held by his biceps. His hands are cuffed together tight. So there's no room in between. And the 2 guys are grabbing... Okay, cool. Let's do that. So his hands, first of all, would need to be together. Y'all need to start learning how to use the shoulder rotation instead of the hand. When you move the hand, which I see many people do, like for a walk cycle or something, it moves in a straight line. You see where that original point is and where it's going now? That white line is where it goes. That's in a straight line. A principle of animation, part of the 12 basic principles of animation, is that things move in arcs. So when you move the shoulder, watch the hand, right? When you move the shoulder, it's now in an arc. It's a circle. That's a lot more natural. You guys need to start learning how to use that shoulder pull. This FMR, or XI Frost, the original guy who made the FMR rig, he designed this rig with FK and IK in mind, and he's a genius for doing that. So underrated. His hands are put together like that. That doesn't give enough space for people to grab. I guess I could grab him like behind the shoulder or something. Yeah, I guess that'll do. For anyone wondering about this cloak, this is some custom stuff that I've done. Instead of adding dynamics here, because Cinema 40's cloth is trash, I don't know if I've emphasized that enough, but each individual cloth here can be moved by itself. I'm not going to do this now, because cloth is part of another principle of animation called secondary movement. This is not my priority. My priority is getting the animation out, so that my other animators, or the people helping me do the cloth later on, can get something to work with. So my priorities are getting the actual animation out. I'm gonna keep everything kind of bent. I don't like arms and legs in Minecraft animations being too straight. I know that kind of goes against like Minecraft, as in everything's supposed to be blocky and straight. But it just, to me, it just looks better. Like having, in real life, when you like straighten your arm, it's never 100% straight. You've always got some type of bend there. And so I like to replicate that as well. And also when it snaps, like when it becomes straight, it snaps. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't look good. It looks like his arm pops or something. It's not right. I need to grab my knights, but I don't seem to have any knights loaded in right now. I'm gonna have to grab them through here. Fucking pahoho. Oh, I almost showed some spoilers there. Sorry about that. Basically, I can't show you what's happening, but I've got a whole bunch of files of just people doing things. This is my knight. I'm going to double check that one of the bugs here are fixed. Someone reported this bug to me earlier. Anyone using the FMR rigs, do not hit allow expression. Or anyone using FMR animate, rather. I put a protection tag here to stop the hand stretch bug. Hand stretch bug is something that comes with the FMR 5. With this protection tag here, do not hit allow expressions. That's going to mess you up. Don't do that. I made the mistake of doing that. I should have fixed it in the newer versions. You should be fine. Let's have him in the scene. You know what? I just realized something. I could have used proxies for a lot of the stuff in here. And a proxy workflow basically means that I can reduce a lot of RAM usage and speed up my scene. I may have to resort to doing that because there is a lot of action going on in the scene and there's just way too much stuff. If I take a look at the polygon count, by going up to display options, configure, and HUD. I'm not going to be surprised if the polygon count is over like 100,000. Total polygon is already enabled. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. It says it's enabled. That's odd. I can safely say that there's over 10,000, 100,000 polygons here, and I don't need 10,000 polygons. That's lag. That's a lot of unnecessary lag. I'm just gonna move my guys into place, and then I'm gonna start working on making things proxies. Because it's really hard to work with a low frame rate. This reminds me of the days when I was working on my MacBook. I have a 2010 MacBook when I first did that first Levaslier episode. There was a particular shot of me flying through a forest into Hemorrhage City. That was back in the day. That, for whatever reason, took 17 hours to render. A 3-second clip of a camera flying through a forest into a city. Badly lit, right? It was terrible, like, lighting and anything. Like, everything was just bad. It took 17 hours. It's obnoxiously bad. I'm actually going to have to hide. I think it'd be a good idea for me to hide every single bit of decor in this room. To save RAM. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to copy this, paste that there. I double check that everything is in frame. Whoa. Okay, so this is every single bit of decoration in the scene. I don't see the forks and spoons. I'm gonna undo that. The forks and spoons don't seem to be in here, which is confusing me. Okay, there it is. This needs to go under decor. The dead people, the weapons, and the blood all need to go under decor. Candlelight. Candlelight can stay. Copy this file, new file, paste. Nope. Basically, I can use a proxy workflow using in Cinema 4D what's called xrefs. And xrefs will basically allow me to turn stuff on and off. So if I don't need any of this here, turn it off and it will stop lagging me. Look how much stuff is in here. Like, this is lag. This is hell. My glorious plates and the reflections. I'm sorry, I had to admire that. So we're going to save this as Dire Shield Room Decor. Save. Close this off. Delete every single bit of decor here. Going to create xref reference to Dire Shield Room Decor. Open. Bam, everything is back. Right? Just the way we left it. Some textures may not be loading properly. I think this is fine. If I do a render here, I can see if there's any missing textures. I don't think so. If you're missing a texture, it'll pop up an error dialog. No errors right now. We're good. Yeah, it's just because there's a lot of shadows to calculate. Now that my computer is frozen because of the rendering, I'm going to have to exit this render real quick. There. I'm going to rename the xref to decor. Organization is important. Put this on the world. And we will use a proxy. I don't have a proper proxy for this room yet, so I'm just going to load up whatever proxy I have. Let me actually create just a new file with plain. Oh, you know what? Can I save an empty file? Yep. Save this on an empty proxy. Close this off. Go to decor. Proxy reference with the empty proxy. And once I hit exchange with proxy, watch this. Exchange with proxy. Give it a second. Boom. Everything is still there, but I've just disabled everything. That's great. Look at how much frame rate that saves. Cool. All you gotta do is remember to turn it back on when you actually do the render. And I gotta animate that door, which isn't there. Oh well. I just realized... I realized a very, Minecraft first world problem. Oh. Okay, that's not a Minecraft first world problem. The floor is the wrong texture. No, this is a 2-block door. I need to fit 3 guys through there. Yeah. That's not how it's gonna work, I don't think. Fix that. It's 9:46. I'm gonna stream for another 15 minutes, say. You know what? I'll just position these guys first, and I'll rotate them slow, slide through diagonally, because that seems to be the only way they'll fit. This is hilarious, and I didn't even think of this. If first world problems existed in Minecraft, this would be it. To be fair, first world problems in Minecraft is not being sure how to break a tree block, because that was my first day in Minecraft. Didn't know how to punch wood out. I thought you spam left click. You don't. You hold left click. Yeah, I was a noob. Everyone was a noob. Look, it was back in alpha days, okay? There was no Minecraft wiki. Nobody knew what to do. Okay. These guys need to squat down and hold them by the arm. Before anybody takes my xref advice about the proxies, quick note, you can't animate xrefs. I made that mistake, I think during the live stream. Yeah, don't do that. You can't animate though. So, only xref still objects. What I'm doing right now is just getting the pose correct. And posing is very important in animation. Like, you'd think a pose, a still frame, will not be that important in, you know, a moving animation, but it is. Because an animation is basically, you know, a guy shifting to a bunch of different poses. That's why you call keyframes. It's different poses that look good, all stitched up together, so that they can all look good. And so I need to make sure this first initial frame looks good before I start doing anything else. His head should not be up here. It should be down. It's way too down. Another thing, subtlety is key. The less you do something, the more impact it has. So, like that head rotation just then, I could have done, you know, I don't know, it was like 20-degree rotation. Instead of making him look all the way down to the ground with like a 90-degree rotation, 20 degrees, that's all you need. Subtlety is key. I don't think I'm gonna make him bend his arm too much because, yeah. See, this is the problem. I need to get his arm in there, but there isn't a hole because these are Minecraft characters and they have big, like, fat arms. What I think I might consider doing. Let me turn on backface culling real quick so we can see more. Backface culling basically means that when I'm behind this wall, I can see through this wall. I think I'm going to actually have to end up lifting this guy up a little. There. Okay. So his arm's just kind of like glitching through, but I think that's all we can do, really. I just heard a voice. I'm not sure if anyone else heard that. I heard someone talking to me. I got really scared for a second. Must be like demons or some shit in my house. Or it could just be my stuffy nose. Oh, I need to sneeze. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. Take care of yourself. It's flu season. I've just got a notification on YouTube that says the live stream is lagging. Not sure what's going on there. I don't think anything's using that much video. I might close off some of my tabs. That might help it a little bit. Huh, that's odd. Didn't expect to have, like, broadband issues. That's really weird. Oh well, whatever. Since these guys will be shuffling in diagonally, I think I'll have to push this guy the same way. Don't mind him floating. I know he's floating. He's going to be floating because there's a step right behind him. Whoop, looks like the video had a refresh there. Is everyone up to speed? What's going on? Video, has it stopped? No? Okay, it's good. Alright. That's odd. Yeah, YouTube's... I have another screen. I'm watching the stream here. So yeah, YouTube's doing some really weird things right now. It's not lagging on your side? We are 10 minutes away from a 3-hour live stream. I'm going to end it on the 3-hour mark, guys. Need to get some dinner. It'll be 10 at my place. I can't stream till 5, unfortunately, because I got school tomorrow. You know, life stuff. I think this is one of my favorite streams so far, just because there's so much engagement from viewers. I hope one day that more Minecraft animators will watch these streams and find them useful. A lot of my streams I don't really do much just because there's no audience engagement, but this time there was so much engagement. It's beautiful. Like, these are the live streams that I would watch again, because I want to hear my own discussions with different people so I can reflect on them in the future, you know? I didn't rotate him enough. That's what I didn't do. But yeah, if anyone skipped to the end here in the replay, I might actually put, because this is a really good live stream, I might put time codes in the description later on for like skip points. There's so much discussion today. I mean, I started the stream talking about a bug that I found in the FMR rigs and Cinema 4D R19, or what I believe to be a bug in regards to modeling and how you can't model using Cinema 4D R19. And then I discussed something. I talked about the scene, about what I'm doing in the scene, yeah. And there was I spent a big portion of my time trying to UV map a torch that I custom modeled. We ended up dropping the UV map because it was just a bad idea. It was taking way too much time. And at one point, one of my viewers engaged in a conversation with me. It was really nice just to have someone talk with me during the stream. So much discussion about, I mean, I went deep into philosophy there. Like, I went deep into philosophy territory. I asked, what is art? Like, there's just a lot of stuff that's, what is Minecraft animation and why is the current day Minecraft animation so shit, is basically what this live stream was about. And how to improve it, basically. We have to understand that people want to make good art. It's just a lot of the time there's nobody teaching them how to make good art. Or it's a laziness where people don't want to be bothered to learn how to make the art and they just want to reap the rewards. That's not how it works. A lot about motivation in this live stream as well, I think. Not being demotivated when you see people put out crappy content and get 1 million views, because understand that making good, like, if crappy content can get 1 million views, understand that good content can get way more than 1 million views. I remember talking about a bit about effort as well. If we're talking about effort, something about YouTube and effort, those two don't go hand in hand. YouTube's algorithm is designed to make people stay on YouTube longer. It doesn't care how much effort you put into a video, because it can't tell how much effort you put into your video. It's a robot. Like, it doesn't matter if you spend 3 restless nights making just like a 10-minute video, because it can't tell that. All it cares about is that you made a 10-minute video. Whether that's interesting or not is up to you. The effort doesn't matter. And that's what these people are exploiting. They're exploiting the fact that they can make an animation in 5 seconds without much thought. Reap 1.5 million views. Because YouTube's algorithm doesn't calculate effort, right? But if you think that views are all that matters, and that's all that, that's all you care about, you're part of the problem that's making Minecraft animation so shit. Like, it degrades the form of art, basically. Because no longer is it about the art, it's about getting the numbers. And I hate talking about numbers on YouTube. Numbers literally don't matter. Hope that, like, whatever I just said summarized the stream well enough for people to go back to it. I really do appreciate everyone who's joined the stream so far. There were many people who came and left. I'm glad I got some very engaging comments as well. Again, for anyone listening right now, I hope you could go back to the replay to see whatever you missed as well. Okay, so these guys need to open the door, which I believe is like right there. I'm just gonna guess where the door is. You know what? I could actually, yeah, I'll take the door from the Deisgn room decor, because I need that here to animate. Copy, 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 copy. Paste. Go back here and delete that. Save. Close. Good. And we'll save this one as well. Stream has 5 minutes left. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I don't think I'm going to do much more animation because what comes next is me timing when these guys will open the door, setting those keyframes, and then actually opening the door. Ta-da. Yeah, I think I'm going to start ending the stream here. There's 4 minutes left. I'll bring back... Let me save the file. Let me start rendering. Yeah, I'll start rendering this flag for you since I love it so much. Oh, no, I can't load the flag here because the... Wait. It's still in here. Oh, the flag wasn't part of the decor file. Okay, cool. What happened to my fire? Oh, my fire is gone. Ah, whatever. Cool. Thank you all for joining the stream. It's been 3 hours we've spent together. A great use of my 3 hours time. I apologize I couldn't stream last week. I'm sick. I still am sick. It was just last week I had a bus shoved down my throat and I couldn't talk properly at all. Like, at all. I could not speak at all. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. I certainly did. I would love to stream like this again. Shout out to Yes Nobody for being such a good contributor today. Everyone else, I hope you learned from what I was doing and what I was talking about. I want to make more videos like this in the future just to motivate people to learn and improve their skills. Not just for themselves, but for the community. This has been It's Chafe from Team W&J, or, well, y'all know my real name, it's Julian. So, I will catch you guys in the next tutorial on Monday. See you then.